Hello everybody, my name is Bertus and welcome to yet another Hearthstone deck review, the series where I review Hearthstone top decks and talk a little bit about the positive things, negative, what changes you can make and how to play. So we're gonna go to the card choice, mulligan and the matchups. As always, if you have any decks that you would like me to review, leave a comment down below and let's jump right into it. Okay, so the card choice. Well, once upon a time, there was a man called the Undertaker, and there was another man, an orc, to be more specific, who encountered this Undertaker. They were very good friends, and they became the most broken deck at Hearthstone at that time. It was called the Death Rattle Hunter. Yes, a true atrocity, a fear of many players. Well, this deck is pretty much at the same level as that one. It's very, very strong, but the playstyle is a little bit different. You see, with the Hunter, it was all early game. You would play a lot of aggressive minions until someone figured out, but wait, you can make that deck more mid-rangey by adding cards like Savannah Hyman. It's still a death rattle card, it adds up at the end, like your opponent uses everything on the early game and they're left with nothing. You drop a Savannah Hyman and they just lose. And this deck kinda plays similar to that idea, because you have cards like Small Time Buccaneer, Southsea Deckhand, Tunnel Trog, Totem Golem, aggressive stuff, smork shit. Patches always comes out, bam! One to the face, bitch, please. Lightning Bolt, Lava Burst, Jade Lightning, more spells, which, honestly, I use them more often for removal, and you use them to the face only when you have Lethal or when you're very desperate and you think that is the only way you can win because you have lost the board completely. Cards like Flametongue Totem, Blood Mage Talnos, and Maelstrom Portal, well, you see, they are here to recover the board for you. And now here is the different part. This is why I don't call this deck a face deck, because you have board removal. You're fighting for the board. You're like a zoo that is eventually here and there going to face. And I would call this deck completely mid-range if there wasn't a more mid-range version of Shaman, which plays also like Jiu-Jitsu guys. And then you have, you see, you run out of steam. You do this, your Steam trial is gone. What the fuck is a Steam trial? Never mind. Anyways, you don't have a hand, and then Flame Rated Faceless, Azure Drake, Aya Blackpaw, bam! Back in the game. Easy. And that is kind of the explanation why I play these in such a way. Feral Spirits, for example, they're very good, but you're often overloaded. And something that you cannot play for a long time, it's just useless. Other cards are way more effective. Jade Claws and Spirit Claws, definitely great for maintaining that board presence, but also for being aggressive, especially Spirit Claws with that Spell Power Totem. So now we have the mulligan. Well, I just told you that you have a lot of early game, and I guess you should just go for that, but leave the late game for the late game. Well, not really. Sometimes in like a mirror match, and you have the coin, Flame Rated Faceless is the best shit ever. Flame Rated Faceless single-handedly wins you the game. While the same shit in another matchup, like against Rogue, Flame Rated Faceless, utter bullshit. You play him, he saps, you lose. This deck, the main weakness is if your opponent plays a big minion, like, as I said, Flame Rated Faceless from your opponent on turn 3, you will struggle. If they have a big Edwin Van Cleef, it's really a pain in the ass. What I like to do in that regard, sometimes if I have like a Tunnel Trog early game, you're gonna draw into something like Jade Claws or a Small Time Buccaneer Lightning Bolt, something like that will keep you going. And I like to keep a Jade Lightning because I know it will help me with removing. Sometimes it's the best feeling ever. Your opponent plays Flame Rated Faceless, you have the coin, or you are on turn 5, you just Jade Lightning, Lightning Bolt, and you instantly win. It's like no way he can come back from something like that. And that's why Jade Lightning I think is great in this deck, especially because it also charges up Aya for later, which is also a turnaround card. And so for the mulligan in general, you definitely want Tunnel Trog is a keep always, Small Time Buccaneer 100% keep, and Spirit Claws. These are the 100% keep. Then also Jade Claws. I apologize. Jade Claws and Totem Golem are also in that. Maelstrom Portal against Pirate Warrior, insane. Blood Mage Talnos if you have already Spirit Claws, or maybe Maelstrom if you want to play kind of slowly, but I don't really suggest that. And of course, as I said, Flame Rated Faceless and Jade Lightning if you know what your game plan is. Okay, so the last part of the video was usually reserved for matchups, but as I kind of explained that earlier, and there isn't really much to go in depth here, I will just think of some changes you can potentially make to the deck to make it more viable for you, and also some changes to the cards if you don't have all the legendaries. Well, patches I think is really necessary because there isn't really something similar that you can replace him with. But Blood Mage Talnos, so spell power and card draw. Usually when people have this dilemma, they go for Loot Hoarder, but I suggest that you go for Kobold Geomancer here because the spell power is really necessary. Aya Blackpaw. Well, cards like Sylvanas, Ragnaros, Alakir, something that can potentially change the course of the game is necessary to replace her, and I think it should work fine. It won't be as good, but it should work fine. Fine. Yes. Also, definitely some changes you can make. You can put in a Lightning Storm if you feel comfortable with having hard removal, so to say. Well, it's not really hard removal, more of another AoE together with the two Maelstroms, because you do have enough spell power. Also, the way this deck loses, as I said, big minions, so maybe even throw in a Hex, but see it for yourself and see how it works. As always, customize your decks to how it suits you the best. Thank you all for watching, and till the next time, bye bye.
Watch out! Watch out!